Hey, welcome back, everybody. It's D with D's Tackle Box, and we got a bunch of stuff, lures, rods, reels that we wanted to talk about. We got a lot of things to cover throughout this year. I got mass inventory back here of just antique fishing lures from all over the place. But today I got a couple of lures here on our table that I wanted to run by y'all real quick. I don't know if y'all ever seen these lures, but one of them is often confused for the other. And today we're going to straighten that out because a lot of people think that they're both the same, but they're not. And today we're going to be able to take a closer look at these, and hopefully you guys can see the differences the way that I'm showing them on here on this video, and you can recognize it the next time, or maybe you guys have some in your collection. And so once you go to looking at it, you're probably going to be wondering, hey, what in the world, man? I got some of those in my stash over there. I always thought they were this or whatever. Hopefully this video helps you in that sense. I know a lot of people go out there and hunt down fishing lures, and a lot of times they don't know exactly which one is which, but they all look similar, so they buy them. And once again, we have multiple brands that look similar to each other. For example, this guy here, every time that I put this guy out there, a lot of people think, oh, that's got to be a wood spot tail minnow. But let me show you what a wood spot tail minnow looks like. Now you're probably looking at them and like, what the hell? They're exactly the same, right? But they're not. Look at that cup right there at the lip. If you notice, this one here has that cup at the lip. This is the Woods branded lure. This one here is, my friends, a Texas made lure. This is an Arkansas made lure, Texas made lure. And I'm going to show you the box for this one here. This is a Hellraiser. Hellraisers are made by Whopper Stopper. What other lures did we talk about that Whopper Stopper makes? Well, those guys are responsible for those heart-shaped trigger. What is it? The heart-shaped lips or bills or whatever you want to call them. I don't think I have any here right now where I'm at. Oh yeah, here you go. I'll show y'all real quick. How many times does it take to get these suckers off these? Let me show y'all real quick. This right here is the Whopper Stopper. Remember we talked about the bill being heart-shaped like this. Well, this guy here belongs to that company. If you look right at the bottom, it says on there Whopper Stopper. What else? Gives you the address, gives you all the information that you need to be able to identify this one. Luckily for me, I found this one with the box, and so we've kept it with the box. And even though a bunch of people want me to sell that one to them, that one's not for sale. I actually collect Hellraisers and their awesome little topwater lures. I haven't fished that one, but I will be fishing it if I get a chance. Now these guys here, I don't really collect them. I've had a bunch of them in one of my regional boxes that I got here, where it covers Louisiana, Arkansas, Oklahoma, and Texas. Well, did you notice how similar they look? It's almost the same exact body and everything, but they're not. This one is thicker. This one's has a different drop angle right there on the lip. If you notice, this one, it almost looked like it was set up to have a little lip on there or something. So Woods Tackle, or Woods, what is it, bait manufacturing company or something like that, and Whopper Stopper Hellraiser. Which one's your favorite? Let me know in the comments below. Another one that I saw and that I went through my box here and I found, and I thought it was really awesome to take a minute and show you, is this Pico Digger, I believe it's called. Yeah, Pico Digger. It's got a little bit of damage back here, but this lure right here is a plastic Texas-made lure. You're talking about South Texas, so can't remember. Is it South Padre Island, I believe, back in the 50s? Well, this guy here, if you look at this and you were to find both of these together, you would think it was the pair, right? It's not, though. This one here is your very odd looking and often questioned a lot. When I see it in the groups, I always see people that find these and they're like, Looks like a pico, but it's not. Looks like a swimming minnow, but it's not. This is, my friends, a aquasonic chatterbox. That's what it's called. So if you notice, both of these suckers have the exact same paint scheme, the eyes, everything. Could this lure been made by the same company and marketed through a different brand or whatever? I have no idea. I'd have to look all that stuff up for you guys and give you that on a different episode. But for now, I wanted to show you all the similarities of how these lures were back in the days. I mean, back in the days, I'm talking about 50s, 60s. It's not like way back in the days. But a lot of us here, I don't know how old you are, but I was born in the 80s, so actually 79. So we're right here looking at these lures, and I think about these and I'm like, man, that's ways back. But these are actually considered a little bit more of the modern type because of the fact that they're not wood or they don't have glass eyes and all that stuff. A lot of these other collectors are always talking about, oh, if it doesn't have glass eyes, it's not a collectible lure. I beg to differ when it comes to that, because I'm gonna let y'all in on a little secret. A lot of people that I know, and sorry about the dialogue, I just had a molar removed, and it's a killer. Um, the thing that I've noticed a lot, and I am so happy to inform a lot of the people, is that the old lures, the old glass-eyed lures, yes, they're beautiful, they're awesome, and a lot of them are very collectible. But believe it or not, some of them don't have the same value that some of these other plastic lures bring. For example, let me see, which one was it? A Bojack in Spotted Ape by Smithwick. I found one a while back, and although a bunch of these other collectors with their retarded, dumb advice were talking about, oh, it's only worth 15 bucks or 20 bucks or whatever, because it's plastic and it's not wood and it doesn't have any features that we are, after or whatever. I turned around and I found a collector that collected specifically that brand and was lacking that color. Guess how much we got paid for that? $375. Now, whether you believe it or not, I'm not going to sit here and show you all my paperwork, but I am going to tell you something. I found some crazy cool lures that are plastic, made in the 80s and 90s and even up in the 2000s or whatever, that have sold for a lot more than some of the head and 150 minnows that I have with glass eyes or whatever. So it's totally up to you guys, whatever you want to focus on in your collection, right? But keep in mind that as times change, so do the people that are collecting them. A lot of the people that were older and collecting specifically wooden lures and blah, 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 non-fished and this and that, a lot of those people are already, not with us. So you put that into perspective when you start doing this, or if you're doing this type of business or whatever. I've been doing this for a while, and I already know, my collectors, who wants what, and I get specific orders of specific brands and things like that. But a lot of times I get these people come at me and they're like, hey man, that lure, you're wrong on that information. It's not worth that or whatever. I beg to differ once again. I got records of everything that we sell and all that good stuff, and I can tell you, some of these plastic lures that you got sitting in your tackle box right now could be a nice little payday. So if you got questions about what you have in your box and you want to talk to somebody, I'm not going to buy every single lure that you bring at me. I am not interested in taking your lure for a profit. But if you want to sell your lures, I can point you in the right direction, or I can help you evaluate them so that you can figure out more or less what they cost or what they're worth. And then that way you don't have to feel like you got taken if somebody else comes around and tells you, hey, let me get that for 15, and then you find out that they sold it or something for a couple $100 or whatever. So with that in mind, you guys stay tuned for the next episode. I wanted to talk to you all a little bit about the differences in some of these brands. Like Heddon's got a bunch of different lures that vary tremendously from different colors, because some of the models were made in specific colors and some of the other models weren't. So you get a specific model with a specific color that's worth a lot, and then people think, oh man, this one's got to be the same because it's the same color, but it's not. That model was more common. And if you follow our groups on Facebook, you'll notice that we've had conversations about this and that with people there, and a lot of people learn new things about this, and that's what it's all about. So with that in mind, you guys follow us, subscribe if you haven't, and keep in touch with us so that we can help you out whenever you need it. I mean, I ain't doing this because I'm getting paid. Talk to y'all later.